were interested. And it is in that respect that I'm here. It's a pleasure, therefore, this afternoon to associate with all the remarks, positive comments and remarks made by all of you who know best professionally what the Honorable Minister has been doing in collaboration with all of you in pursuit of our grand national agenda. And so let me join all of you to congratulate the Honorable Minister and all of you who are part of his team, and to also appreciate what you've all been able to deliver in this very critical area of digital economy. For those of us who are not very digitally compliant, who are slightly of the analog generation, but at least we know enough about what is going on in the world to know that focusing on investing in the digital economy is the right thing to do for the future of our country. Because that's where all companies, corporations, countries are headed. And even though we don't work in this sector, at least one is privileged by the services we have been given up until now to know when there is a difference in any sector in this country. And it's very clear that the Honorable Minister, with all of you supporting him, working under the general direction of the President, has been able to make a huge difference in the area of digital economy. So I join all of you, Honorable Minister, to appreciate you, to congratulate you. And listening to all of you, there's no doubt that the Honorable Minister has not only served, he has delivered. And most importantly for any leader, listening to all of you, he has also inspired. And so, Honorable Minister, I join all of them to appreciate what you've done. And you're a young man, and when, at least a younger man, and when young people with capacity and the right experience are given sensitive assignments and they've done well, that is an inspiration. That shows that there's a basis for calling for more youth participation at the highest levels of our government. And you've been a shining star even in that respect. I'm here also because just before you wind down, we wish you could continue, but then everything that has a beginning must have an end. That's the way of the world. And so while congratulating you, I also came here to talk to you like Oliver Twist, to request that more of the digital infrastructure, I want to see it more in my state and in my senatorial district in particular. Because the opportunities that you open up with the sort of thing you are doing, it may look small, already it looks big. And we are told that even what you generated is almost 20%. What this sector has generated 20% of GDP. Please, a special round of applause for Minister. And it can only get better as the years go by, provided there's consistency and the use of right people. So I want more of this in my state, great state of Bayelsa, and in my senatorial district. And let me also finally request Honorable Minister, as you wind down, that God continues to keep you and keep all of us and keep our country, and that you don't zap. Do they say zap up? And you don't go off to be a professor in other universities across the world. You can be a professor here and then continue to work with your colleagues to deepen the foundations that you have painstakingly laid. Again, thank you very much for what you have done, all of you, and I join all of you to wish the minister well and wish him the very best in his future endeavors. God bless all you all.
The Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration. on behalf of the investigation, we wholeheartedly extend our sincere appreciation to Mr. President Muhammad Buhari, Ethiopia, to the Honorable Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Professor Isa.
Those that are joining us online, our revered and respected partners, please keep your remarks to 2 minutes because we do not want to have to interrupt you. We'll go to Ogbomosho, where we have
also say thank you, Honorable Minister, Professor Isa and Ibrahim.
Huh? Yes, we'll talk about it. I've been thinking of it.
I know, Colin.
What of this place?
This one is to have
Huh? Zones, huh?
a route.
Be careful, Frank.
Make sure
You guys are very digital.
It can be analog, sir.
But from a distance, we are seeing and we are appreciating of the innovations that have taken place. Very positive things that are happening in the area of communication technology in Nigeria and in the area of digital economy, particularly the application of technology to advance the development of the economy in deprived areas. And that's particularly what has brought me here. I want to discuss how far the digital penetration in my state and in my senatorial district is, and what collaborations are available to support that, so that the young people in Bayelsa, the young people in the Niger Delta, the young people in my senatorial district can have access, the same access to the digital opportunities in the digital economy as their counterparts have in Abuja, in Lagos, and other places. But very often, most people think Nigeria begins and ends in the cities, but that's very far from the truth. And that's what has brought me here. I think the minister, under his leadership, has made a lot of innovations, bold steps, and I suppose very tough decisions in some areas. And I like that. And he's also a young man given a very serious responsibility. Young man given a very big responsibility. And the consensus of opinion is that he has acquitted himself creditably, which is a plus for younger people who are aspiring for inclusion in the governance of our country. So it's nice to be here and listening to all the comments that his colleagues in the committee have made. I'm pleased to be here.
So as a senator, what are you going to push for inclusion of digital economy in the chamber? How are you going to use it to broaden your legislative?
Well, I think that goes without saying. That goes without saying. But ultimately, that's a decision for the management and I suppose the leadership to take. And I believe they understand the need to bring even the National Assembly and indeed all other institutions in Nigeria up to date with digital technology.